Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Azra Rumaysa, Binti Azwan, and today I would like to talk about the video The Power of Perseverance by Angela Lee Duckworth. In this video, she explains how she left her well-paying consulting job and became a math teacher for 7th graders at public school in New York. During her time teaching, she realized that having a higher IQ level does not determine someone's success. She also shares her idea about grade, which is an important factor to predict someone's success in the future. By analyzing her video, I have observed a few non-verbal aspects that I would like to elaborate, such as eye contact, appearance, facial expression, and gestures. So first thing first, eye contact. She makes a very good eye contact with her audience. The way that she did was not keeping her eye contact longer than 3 seconds and then changing her direction so that she can give her attention equally. However, she did give her TED Talk at an auditorium with a 360 degrees and a tiered seating hall. This causes she cannot look at the people behind her as the main stage and most of the audience are in front of her. Another thing that I have noticed is that she would try her best to make an eye contact with people who are sitting at higher levels to make them feel included. Next, when it comes to gestures, she doesn't have any specific gestures to indicate something, but she often opened her arms and clenching her hands together. Another thing that I have noticed is that sometimes she would use emblematic gestures like pointing her fingers for learn, hear, and even strong to show determination. Next, for her body movement, she doesn't walk around very much, but I have noticed that she would constantly move her body left and right in order to give her attention to her audience by not keeping it longer than 3 to 5 seconds. Another thing that I have noticed about her body movement is that she would slightly lean her body forward when she wants to emphasize something. Thirdly, I have noticed about her appearance. She wears a very simple dress in a very basic way by wearing a knee-length dress. However, the dress was quite heavily patterned with small flowers. In my opinion, I think that it could be quite distracting for the audience as the bright stage lighting struck on her. Next, she has her shoulder-length hair bob that is not distracting her at all when she talks. As this is not a formal event, she has her knee-length black boots, which I think is quite suitable as this event is more casual. The last thing I have noticed is that her looks, she likes to keep her looks minimal by wearing just a wristwatch and a small earring without any extravagant jewelry around her. And the last aspect is her facial expressions. At the beginning of her talk, she smiles while telling her story to show friendliness and looks more approachable. During her talk, she would raise her eyebrows when she wants to emphasize something, and overall she doesn't show many changes in her facial expressions. In her facial expressions, she really shows determination, reflecting her strong belief in what she's presenting. That's it for me that I have observed. Now, I would like to pass to Aina Athirah to continue on our presentation.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Aina, Binti Mohamad. Okay, so for now, I will continue with my other point related in the talk show review from the Angela Lee. Okay, so the first one, I want to talk about the speed. So the direction in the speech, Angela speak at the audience with the steady face, allowing the audience with the clear understand and absorb her ideas. For example, is her face is look like more confident and control, reflecting a calm determination that match her topic. When emphasize the key ideas, she slowed down a bit, deliver a more clear message. Secondly, we can talk about the volume. So the direction in the volume, which is the Angela volume, is very clear and consistent, not too loud and not too fast. For example, is Angela's voice is so steady, calm and confident without overwhelming them. Angela occasionally raises her voice slightly to emphasize the important points to maintain attention in her speech. Okay, so thirdly, we can talk about the filler. So the filler direction in this talk show, which is the Angela used a few filler words, which is like for example, is in this show, she was prepared and confident, deliver her speech sounding smooth and professional. And the lag from her always keep her to focus on her message rather than nervousness. And lastly, we can talk about the posture body. In here, and the direction posture body in here, we can know when Angela talk, Angela maintain a straight and relaxed body. For example, when she's standing and speaking, it looks like more comfortable and professional her on stage. And the natural movement can help to create with the audience without the distraction. Okay, so lastly, the conclusion what we have in here, in the power of the passion and preference from the Angela talk, she emphasized that the success is not determined by talent alone, but by grit, a combination of the passion, preference toward long-term goals. Angela showed the consistency of the effort are more important than the natural intelligence. The talk inspired the audience to stay motivated and committed, even in the face of challenges. It is highly touring recommendation to the student, to the inductor, and to the everyone in still working to achieve their dream. And it encourages the development to resilience, to self-discipline and strong thinking. Overall, in the video, we have the strong message to believing in ourselves, in our hard work to make the something one goals get. And thank you. That's all from us. Bye.